What does it really mean to be that guy? Why is everyone talking about this challenge, this way of living, this relentless attitude that's changing people's lives around the world? If you stick around, you'll not only find out, but you might just be inspired to become that guy. The one everyone counts on, the one who lifts others, the one who transforms their world simply because they passed through it. If you're looking for a place to sharpen your mindset, to break through barriers, and to join like-minded people on a mission to grow, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now so you don't miss the next powerful lesson from the Growth Mindset Project. Let's talk honestly about the idea that everyone wants to be spectacular, but nobody wants to be different. Most people want to stand out, but they're scared to make waves. But if all you do is what everyone else does, you're setting yourself up for normalcy, average results, average happiness, and average impact. You were not born to settle for the middle. To be that guy, you have to willingly embrace the ugly, the grind, the sacrifices that most people run from. Take a lesson from the greats. Think about Michael Jordan. His teammates didn't always love how hard he pushed them, but there's not a single thing he'd ask from others that he himself wasn't willing to do. That's what it means to be that guy. Not just someone who talks, but someone who leads by example. Someone who stares pain, discomfort, and even isolation in the face, and keeps moving forward anyway. If you're truly ready to make a difference in this world, you have to accept that not everyone is going to understand you. The loudest voices around you are likely to be from the 99% who don't get it, who don't get why you wake up early, why you put in extra hours, why you never miss a chance to get better. And you know what? That's okay. When you step away from the crowd, into unfamiliar territory, you become the pioneer. There's no map, just the conviction that you have to do more, be more, and become the person people can rely on. Let me tell you about a powerlifter from a working-class town outside Newcastle. This guy holds records in his sport, but he's not flashy, not a celebrity. Just a regular guy who steps onto the platform with a ritual, channeling all his energy, ready to give everything he's got. He's not superhuman. He's just made a decision, day in and day out, to be that guy. To show up, regardless of how it feels. To grind, even when no one's watching. And the voices, you know the ones I'm talking about. Maybe it's your mom, your brother, your best friend. Why are you doing this again? Haven't you already failed at that? They don't have to be right or wrong. They're just not walking your path. They'll say, "I told you so," when things don't pan out, and maybe, if you succeed, they'll wonder how you did it. Here's the truth. When you try and stumble, you're closer to who you want to become than those who never tried at all. Ask yourself, what does it mean to be that guy in a team? Sometimes being that guy doesn't mean being the leader. Sometimes it means supporting the leader, setting your ego aside and doing what's best for the group. Real strength isn't just about being the loudest, but about being the most dependable, the cornerstone in the storm, the one others can count on when the world is falling apart. Let's hit pause here for just a second. If this is speaking to you, if you're starting to see yourself in these words, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Who is the guy you want to become? What step are you taking today to move closer to your best self? Back to it. If you struggle with self-doubt or a sense of not being enough, know this. Action must come first. When the temptation to hit that snooze button in the morning comes, don't give in. Get up, one small win at a time. You want to be that guy who builds a new future, who writes every single week, who shows up even without applause. Begin with action. Your dreams need to be fed daily with effort, not just hope. Being that guy means going deeper than the surface. It's about visiting the parts of yourself most people are too afraid to confront. Maybe you've been taught to believe that life is about following the script, playing it safe. But here's the kicker. Everything you see around you was built by people who are no smarter, no more capable than you. The moment you realize you can change the world around you, that's the moment you start acting like that guy. There's this myth that masculinity and strength means being cold or dismissive, but real strength is quiet. It's self-control. It's respect for others. To be that guy means you value those around you. You lift people up, not drag them down. assertiveness, ambition, drive. These are forces for good when you channel them, when you use them to build rather than destroy. Ever heard this story? Game time was at 7. One player would show up hours early, determined to fire off hundreds of made shots before warm-ups. But every time he thought he was first, he'd see Kobe Bryant already on the court, soaked in sweat, working harder, longer, never satisfied with good enough. When asked why, Kobe simply said, "I wanted you to see no matter how hard you work, I'll work harder." That is the mindset. You have to want it so badly that you embrace the pain, the hardship, the isolation. Be that guy who outlasts, who outworks, who outbelieves everyone else. Every choice adds up. Tonight, did you do something that made you proud? Did you stand up for what's right, or push yourself further than yesterday? If being alone with yourself feels uncomfortable, that's where your work begins. You are the person you have the right, power, and duty to change. You want to strengthen your character? Then realize that patience, toughness, empathy, they all come with a cost. If you were creating the ideal person, you wouldn't make life easy for them. You'd give them hardships, resistance, and loss, because that's how diamonds are made. When you see your struggles as the price you're paying for the traits you want, you find purpose in pain. Take a quick moment. If you're feeling inspired, remember to like, subscribe, and share your journey in the comments. Your engagement helps others discover the Growth Mindset Project and join this movement to be that guy. Now, right now, your family, your friends, your community, they're waiting for someone to step up. Be that guy. Be the one who people look to when things get tough, the one who absorbs the struggle and keeps standing. The truth is, the greatest regret among the dying is not having become their ideal selves. Don't let that be you. You were never meant to fit into someone else's mold, to live by someone else's rules. Society will try to make you conform, tone down your edge, keep you safely mediocre. But you weren't born for that. You were born to push boundaries, to create, to overcome, to be relentlessly, unapologetically yourself. Being that guy means you understand. Every decision matters. How you read, how you train, how you show up for your loved ones, it all adds up. Never apologize for being yourself, for taking up space, for having goals that are bigger than the circle around you. The right people will find you. The rest don't belong in your story. And remember, there's no weakness in being human. If you cry, it's not a sign of failure. It's a sign you're real, that you care deeply, that you're alive. Being that guy isn't about being a robot. It's about being the unbreakable pillar others can lean on, the spark that ignites greatness in those around you. Even if your own journey is filled with setbacks and sacrifices, when you're knocked down, and you will be, get up. Every time. Especially when it hurts, especially when the world says stay down. Being that guy means you refuse to give up. It means you chase your mountain one step at a time, every single day, no matter how long the journey or how painful the next step. Embrace this. You are a miracle, a one-of-a-kind, original, unrepeatable miracle. Your DNA, your voice, your perspective, all of it is needed. Don't shrink yourself for the world. Own your space, own your journey, be that guy. No one else can do it for you, and the world desperately needs people like you. Don't leave yet. If you found value here, check out another video on the Growth Mindset Project and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of inspiration. Now go out and be that guy.